And I decided I would do a quick video on how I make my homemade marshmallows. I've just been having a craving for them lately, and the kids are at school, so I figured I'd whip up a batch of my marshmallows and I'd take you along for the ride. All right, so here we go. All right, so for homemade marshmallows, a very simple ingredients. It's all in the timing. So we need 1.5 cups of white sugar, a little bit of salt, unflavored gelatin, light corn syrup, and now typically you use water and vanilla if you want just regular plain old marshmallows like what you get at the store. But I'm going to fancy these up a bit. And these are blood oranges. I'm going to use the juice of these blood oranges to flavor my marshmallows. So here we go. Alright, so first things first is we need to juice our blood oranges. So I just sliced them in half, and I just put a strainer over my Pyrex bowl just to catch any of the little bits and pieces that might fall in there. And we are just going to juice the bejesus out of these oranges. Now, for this recipe, you do need 1 cup of liquid. I don't usually use the whole cup of liquid will not be the blood oranges. So I have 3 oranges here that I'm gonna juice, and then whatever liquid I get, then I will just add water to make it an even 1 cup. So actually, let's see, yeah, we're getting there. So we're probably going to get about 2/3 of a cup of liquid from these three blood oranges. So we're just going to sit here and keep juicing these until we get our full cup. Alright, so after juicing those 3 blood oranges, we are left with just about a little under a cup of liquid. So what I'm going to do, half a cup, I'm sorry, we're left with just about under half a cup of liquid left. So I'm just going to add water to this to give us a cup. We just need a little bit more water and we'll be ready to go. All right, so now that we have our cup of liquid, what we're going to do is we're going to add to our mixing bowl our 3 packets of unflavored gelatin. 1, 2, 3. All right, and so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna balloon this gelatin with half of our liquid. Okay, so we're gonna add half of our liquid. There we go. And then we're just gonna give it a good stir. Get it mixed around. I want to make sure that all that powder is mixed with the liquid. All right, and then we're going to let this sit and rest and bloom. And so we will be adding our hot sugar mixture to this, which is what will give us our marshmallows. All right, so now we're over by the stove, and we have to get the rest of our ingredients ready to go to put into the pot. So now we need 1 cup of light corn syrup. What I like to do is spray the inside of my measuring cup, and we're gonna get our 1 cup out of here. Come on, buddy, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, so now we got our 1 cup, and so now since we sprayed it, it slides right out. Boom. Alright, so then we're going to add our 1.5 cups of sugar. We're going to put this on a medium to high flame. And we're gonna add the rest of our liquid. Boom. And then we're just gonna give it a stir. Get everything kind of combined. We need to start letting this melt and make its magic. Isn't that a beautiful color? And you could do this with any fruit. I've done it with regular oranges. I've done it with, you can't do it with pineapple just because of the acid that's in the pineapple. But you know, you can do it with apple juice, cherry juice, just marshmallows that you can just play around with, and you can do so much with it. I've made just regular plain old white marshmallows, and then at the very end, before I put it into the pan to set, I will fold in or like drizzle Nutella or chocolate or peanut butter or whatever, and so that it's all kind of like mixed into the marshmallow. Just with marshmallows, the sky is the limit. And then if you don't want to add flavor to it, you can use extract flavors, absolutely. When I make lemon marshmallows, I do use lemon juice, but I also use lemon extract because it gives it more of a punch. You can add just, you know, a couple of drops of gel food coloring to add a little pop and color to it. There's just so many things, and once you master the actual art of making the marshmallow, you can put just about anything in it. All right, so we need to bring this up to a boil. All right, so once our mixture starts to come to a boil, you want it to reach 230 to 240 degrees, around the softball stage. That's what your goal is. Usually it takes about 6 to 7 minutes at a rapid boil like this to get up to that temperature. So if you don't have a candy thermometer, what you could always do is put a plate in the freezer, and when it's around 5 minutes, if you take a piece of the hot liquid and stick it on the plate, it should turn into kind of like Play-Doh, almost like a soft, you know, like a little soft ball, not hard or anything, but where you can kind of just roll it around in your fingers. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna wait till this comes up to about 230, 240 degrees. And then we will add this to our gelatin and start making some marshmallows. Now, while I'm waiting for this to come up to temperature, I prepared my pan for the marshmallows. This is just a big cake pan that I use. I'm not sure what the measurements are. I will measure it and I'll put it in the description box below. But I just line it with parchment paper because you want to make it as easy as possible to get the marshmallows out. And then what I will do is I'm going to spray it with canola spray, or you can use butter spray, whatever. And then I'm going to take my powdered sugar and I'm going to sprinkle it all along the bottom. And then we'll pour the mixture in there. Alright, so my marshmallow seems to be ready, so what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the pan now. I'm going to spray it with a lot of spray. I'm going to get my little sieve here. Boom. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Haha! That will be the challenge. Alright, so Now what we're gonna do is we are going to dust this till you just can't dust it anymore. Look at that, look at that. We want dusty, 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 dusty. Every corner, the more the merrier. All right, now we lay the marshmallow. All right, so here's the marshmallow. This is what it should look like when it's done. Nice and stiff, see? Not moving, nothing, nada. It's just going slow as molasses. Boom. And sticky as anything you have ever, look at that. It's already starting to, like, look at that. Look at that deliciousness. And so we've lost that pink color a little bit, but not the flavor. Let's get a little. Flavor is still there and delicious. All right, now we gotta get this. All right, so there is our marshmallow in this absolutely horrible lighting. All right, so there is our marshmallow. So this is going to sit for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours maybe. And you want to sprinkle, 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 sprinkle powdered sugar all over the top. Boom, 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 boom. So there we go. Now you want to make sure that the top is completely covered with powdered sugar so that when you do flip it out of the pan, it's not going to stick to anything and such. So once this sets up, then I will show you how I cut it, how I store it, if by some freak chance there's any left over. So as you can see, we got a nice sheet of marshmallow here. It is very well set up. So what I like to do is, since Valentine's Day will be coming in like 2 months, no. Since Valentine's Day is the next holiday, I figured I would use this little heart-shaped cutter. And you just, boom, got yourself a little heart. And then you gotta make sure that the edges get dipped in powdered sugar so that it's not sticky or anything. And we just set that on over to the side and we move right along. Boom. See? And you got a marshmallow. So there you have it. We have our beautiful heart-shaped marshmallows. These are perfect for hot cocoa, making s'mores, or just eating as is. But I decided that I'm going to try to spice it up a little bit tonight. And I am going to dip these, or at least half of them, in chocolate. That's right. We're going to make chocolate-covered marshmallows. I have this chocolate here. It's just a milk chocolate that I got at Whole Foods. So I'm going to break it up a little bit. I'm going to use the microwave to melt it down, and then I'm going to show you how I dip some marshmallows. This is either going to work and be fabulous, or we're gonna have a chocolate disaster. And anybody who knows me knows that my luck with melting chocolate is not the greatest. I try my hardest, but I don't know. Sometimes it does not work out for me. So fingers crossed that this works out. How's the marshmallow, Molly?
Very good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Does it get a thumbs up? Yeah, it gets your approval?
100 thumbs up from Billy. Well, it's very powdery.
It is powdery. Yep. Mama rolled it in powdered sugar.
I think chewy.
Yeah. All right. So I got my chocolate nice and melted. So here goes nothing. We're going to dip our... I'm just gonna let it drizzle over the, yep. And it wants to spin on me. It wants to spin on me. Oh, yep. There we go. This, again, chocolate nightmare. You know what? Try as I might, I just cannot get... I was not meant to be a chocolatier. Look at that. I don't know if the chocolate is too heavy or what, but yeah. So yeah, my my marshmallow is not doing too great. Not sure what I'm going to do at this point. I think I will just leave them as is. Maybe I'll attempt to do the rest of them, and in my house, kids don't care what it looks like. They just know it's going to taste good. So we're not here to win any beauty contests. It is what it is, but this is my how to make homemade marshmallows video, and not my how to dip marshmallows in chocolate video, because obviously I stink at it. So that's it, folks, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll have many more of these videos to come where I actually make it and where I don't make it. All right, until next time, kiddos, bye.